Hello everyone, welcome to Wisdom Channel. And today my topic today is about evaluating the Yoruba partnership in the contractual Nigeria, in the contractual amalgamated Nigeria. We are the new generation of the Yoruba people, and we are different from our agent, our elderly, our fathers. We are different from them. We have different perspective about this amalgamation. We have different perspective about this Nigeria. Life is about evaluation. When you are in a relationship, you evaluate that relationship. How far has that relationship benefited you? We have seen it, we have evaluated it, we have reviewed it, and we saw that that relationship has never paid Yoruba people. Yoruba has been enslaved. There is an adage in Yoruba that said, if two elephants are fighting, it is the grass that will suffer. It is glaring that in this contractual marriage, it is the Yorubas that suffered. So far, so good. The journey so far, it is Yoruba that has sustained and uphold Nigeria till now. But instead of Yoruba to get credit for it, Yorubas have been betrayed, relegated, insulted, ridiculed to the later. So we, new generation Yoruba people, we have discovered, we have reviewed, we have evaluated, and we have seen that that relationship has no profit for us. That relationship, that amalgamation is not profitable to Yoruba development. It's not profitable to Yoruba progress. It's not profitable to Yoruba unity. It's not profitable to Yoruba sound health. It's not profitable to Yoruba education. So therefore, we have total well-being of Yoruba is not considered in that contractual amalgamation. And moreover, the amalgamation has expired. The document that amalgamated Nigeria has expired, and since that amalgamation has expired, we have seen that our ideology is different, our culture are different. So there's no point wasting our time with people who doesn't have plan for the future, for the people who are just after sharing money. That's all they know, that's what they are after. We cannot continue that way. We need to move forward, we need to move ahead. So Yoruba nation is the ultimate. Yoruba nation is the ultimate, and there's no going back about that. We observe that Nigeria is not a voluntary union of nations. Nigeria partnership is not a partnership of equal will. It's not a partnership of equal will. There's no equality, there's no justice in that nation called Nigeria. When one tribe has this idea that they are the one that's supposed to be first in everything, and instead of that position to go to the southerner, they would rather not give it. They would rather give it to a foreigner than giving it to the southerner. So that issue need to be resolved now. That's why we are calling for our Yoruba nation independence, and that independence will come by referendum. Another lie that the northern have been using to deceive themselves is that they have the majority. Today I want to debunk that lie. They don't have the majority. Rather, it is the southerners that have been blinded. that they didn't know that they have the majority. It is the southerners that have been divided so much that they don't know what they have. Now I want to let the southerners know that they have the majority. It is not the northerners that have the majority. It is the southerners that has the majority. It is not the northerners that has the majority. Let me mention it to you now. Okay, we have 36 states in Nigeria plus federal capital. That makes it 37. Okay, I will now mention the northern states for you. I will now let you know the lies they have been telling themselves all this while, that Hausa Fulani has the majority. Hausa Fulani does not have the majority. They don't have the majority. And all the other tribes that they normally count to themselves, they are no more part of them. They are not part of them. They have humiliated those people. They have oppressed them. They have done all manner of nonsense to those tribes. And those tribes, they are coming out. They want to stand on their own as well. As Yoruba are going, Igbo are going, they too have to go. Now, let me mention it to you that the northern states are really Kano, Bauchi, Gombe, Jigawa, Kaduna, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamfara, Yobe. The other places they counted to themselves, they are not part of them. Those are Benue, Kogi, Kwara, Plateau, Taraba, Nasarawa, Niger, Adamawa, Borno. Those places, they are not Hausa Fulani. They are not Hausa Fulani. They have their own tribe. They have their own culture. And they are standing out for their own tribe and culture. They are standing out for the interests of their own people. They are not Hausa Fulani. They are not. So they cannot be captured. They cannot be counted as the northerners. So if you look at all those analyses that I'm telling you now, you will see that Hausa Fulani is not up to, they don't have the majority. They don't have the majority. They don't have the majority. And it's time for Hausa also to break out from the Fulani people. Let Fulani go their way. Fulani is a problem to Africa. Fulani has been a problem to Africa. They are the one terrorizing all African nations with their evil idea. It is an evil idea at this jet age for someone to say he's doing jihad. For the fact that jihad was written in the Quran, that doesn't mean you should do it. It's not everything that is in the Quran that you are utilizing. Why are you using jihad to destabilize Africa here and there? Africa needs development. Africa doesn't need jihad. If you want to do jihad, bring food to Africa. Bring development to Africa. If you want Africa to become Islamic nation, you don't need to bring gun to Africa. Africa doesn't need your gun. Bring your food, bring your development to Africa. Then they will voluntarily accept your religion. You don't need to force them to accept your religion. No. For the fact that jihad is in the Quran, that doesn't mean everybody must engage in jihad. There are a lot of war in the Bible. How many times do you see the Christians say because Moses, Joshua and Caleb, they led the children of Israel in war, and they said they want to go into that war. We saw David, how David faces Goliath. How many Christians are saying because David faces Goliath, they are going to no? Or Samson pull down the gate of nations? No. We have the history of wars that in the Bible as well. The Christians are not doing that. So jihad is an archaic thing. It's an old thing. We don't need it in this era. If you want to convert people to Islam, you don't need to use gun. Give them food, give them clothes, give them development, they will voluntarily submit to you. They will buy into what you are telling them. So please, we are in the jet age. The problem of Africa is the Fulanis. It's high time the African Union come together and address the Fulani people. Fulani should stop terrorizing nations. Fulani should stop killing people here and there. Fulani should go and settle in a place, and they should stop going about. We are now in the jet age. We are now in the 21st century. All those archaic orthodox methodology is no longer needed, is irrelevant. So all our senators and our rep from the southern Nigeria, we want you to stand up to your responsibility. Number one, we want you to beef up your security. Number two, we want you to now be the voice of your people. This is not matter of party. Abeg, the level we are now is not the level of PDP or APC. We have passed that level. It is my people against your people. Since Buhari got there, he has shown that he has been on the side of his own people. So why are you so naive? Why are you people naive? You people, so he is on the side of his own people. You too should be on the side of your people. It is your people that voted for you. It is your people that sent you there. So you must be able to represent your people well. You must be able to represent your people well. If APC is not working, this is not matter of APC or PDP. It is the matter of Southerners. It is the matter of your own people. It is your people. It is the matter of your own people. Now we want all federal agency. We want Southerners to go to the south. Let the Northerners go to the north. Enough is enough. There is no one Nigeria anywhere. There is no one Nigeria anywhere. That deception has come to an end. That deception has expired. Let every citizen, in the police, in the army, in the custom, in the immigration, let them go back to their various states, various region. That's what we want now. That's what we want. We don't have confidence in Buhari. They have breached the trust. We don't trust them. Buhari has breached the trust. We don't trust them. So we don't want any Fulani soldier man in our territory anymore. We don't want any Fulani police in our territory anymore. We don't want any Fulani custom or Hausa custom in our territory anymore. Let all federal staffs from the north go to the north, and federal staff from the south, let them go to the south. Let everybody be deployed to their various states, to their various region. That's what we want. There is a bridge of trust. Trust is important in governance. Trust is important in marriage. Trust is important in every organization, in company. Once there is a breach of trust, there are actions that need to be taken, and those actions need to be taken now. All Yorubas, all Igbos, all South, all in federal establishment, let them be posted to their various states, to their various region. We don't want, let all Fulanis that have occupied our towns and cities, let them go back. Let them go back to their own state. Let them go and do their federal assignment in their state and their region. Thank you very much.